Darrell Henderson will probably get the first opportunity as the number one running back, and then it's a crapshoot. Xavier Jones, Raymond Calais, again, two guys who have never had a carry in an NFL game, and then Otis Anderson, an undrafted free agent rookie. And so the cupboard is a little bare there.
Yeah.
So how quickly, like you, I'm sure have been in a situation like this before where you have a star on your team, you're going into training camp, and then there's, wide open spaces on the roster. So, like, how soon do you look to fill this void?
Well, first of all, in camp, you need bodies, right? Because you can't put a heavy workload on any player, any position if you don't have any depth. Right. So they have some young players, but they don't have an experience. But sometimes you just need camp bodies. You have to have people that you can rely on because you're going to have your first couple of preseason games, and you can't put that many miles. The first couple of days of camp is the most dangerous, right? Because that's where guys are coming off of training and running in shorts and to react and put it on the pads. So usually when guys go down, you have the most injuries in training camp at the beginning of training camp. So you want to make sure that you really work these guys in slowly. And listen, right now they have a board of all the potential replacements and free agents and guys that are pending, guys that they believe are going to get cut during camp, or guys that are in fights at other teams that may get beat out by a younger version of themselves, right? I mean, hold up, please. I hope they don't go get Frank Gore. You know what I mean? Frank
Gore, Adrian Peterson. Those guys might be aging out a little.
Yeah, a.k.a. Benjamin Button. I don't know if they want to get somebody that old. But I look at a team like the Jets, right? And we know with that new system that they have that Kyle Shanahan sent them that one-cut system. They're going to have, good running backs regardless. But they have tremendous depth. Remember, they brought in Tevin Coleman, right? They drafted Michael Carter, right? Last year, I believe that Josh Adams averaged 6 yards a carry. And then they also have, they have 6 yards a carry. So they're going to have 2 or 3 good young running backs that are going to get cut. They drafted Michael Pirine the year before. So that's a way where you can make sure that you can solidify and give up a late draft pick to make sure that you get a guy that can play because they have a resume. But the guy like Ty Johnson averaged 8 yards per carry with the Jets last year. So they have big backs, every type of back that you need. The thing is, you may not be able to replace Cam Akers with one player. You have to kind of have one player that's good on third down and catching the ball.
By committee.
Right, and running back by committee. But I think it's, the easiest thing to replace is a running back because, most running backs translate to the pros really, really well.
For having a new quarterback now for the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Like Jared Goff, say what you want about him, but he was in that system longer than Matthew Stafford has been. And look, more football than I can pretend to know. But I would assume when you have a new quarterback there under center, like handing the football off and getting accustomed to your surroundings is probably the easiest way to do so. And so now when you lose your number one, your feature back, essentially, the guy that you were planning on handing the ball off to, like what kind of adjustment is that now for Matthew Stafford? Like he's going to have to get used to a new group of personnel, or is it early enough for him where it doesn't matter?
It's super early, right? They got 4 weeks to get, chemistry with each other, right, to do it and see the defense the right way. Because when you're going through OTAs, you in pads, you got a couple of young heroes that want to try and show up. But this is where the proof's in the pudding when you get to training camp and you start going against bodies, you start having practices with other organizations. Matthew Stafford's a pro, right? He's a young quarterback, but he's been around for a long time. I think he's been in the league 11, 12 years. Mm-hmm. He's seen it all. He has multiple, different types of running backs, all the turnover that they had there in Detroit. He's going to be just fine. He's a pro. He's one of the best quarterbacks that we don't know about. We talk about how we discovered Devin Booker, how we discovered some of these other people in the playoffs. The world is going to get to know the greatness of Matthew Stafford.
I hope so. I hope that for him. So you still like the Rams to win the NFC West? Doesn't change this at all.
To win the Super Bowl.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Put it down now. I mean, listen, I haven't bet yet, but that bet's coming pretty soon. As soon as was it Thursday? Thursday we get paid here at ESPN. Yeah, I'm gonna put that bet on. Easy. I
don't know what happens Thursday. Yeah, we get our paychecks on Thursday.
I want the early one. I want to bet early.
You want to bet early? Okay, so the Rams win the Super Bowl. I don't know that I've made my Super Bowl pick just yet, but I'm glad you've already. Maybe I would take the Chiefs, perhaps.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.